All right, off we go to topic number 1 today. That is notary options. So yesterday we had discussed that there's several items that you do need to have notarized, right?
Yep.
What's the top item to have notarized?
T47.
T47. What in the world is that?
A T47 is a document that accompanies your survey. So
Okay.
if you have someone that is going to provide an existing survey, the title company, this is for the title company only, for them to be able to accept it, they need to know. They don't physically go to the property, right?
That's true.
So they need this document to a sworn affidavit letting the title company know that, hey, we haven't made any changes to the date on the survey. It's the date on the survey.
Till now.
Till now.
Okay.
Right. And if they know of any changes, then they, maybe they purchased it for cash and didn't need an updated survey, and a pool was installed. So what we want to do is make sure that, anything that's different from the date on that survey, and it's in the little seal, the date of the survey, that it's disclosed, because that's going to, the title company is going to take that information and provide title insurance based on that. So it's very important.
All right, so let me ask a couple of questions and see if they are covered under the T47 and
Okay.
what's a change. So we painted.
Right.
Is that a problem?
Structural changes.
Structural changes, okay. Adding
Permanent structural
permanent
changes.
structural
So if you
changes.
just go out and you put a pergola up in your backyard,
Okay,
right? And
pergola.
yeah, and it can be removed. That's not it. That wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
If you extend your patio and it's permanent concrete in your backyard, that would qualify.
As a permanent modification, meaning that you can no longer use your existing survey from years ago till now, correct?
You can use it, but it's not up to date. So, sometimes if it's something minor, they will go ahead and accept it because they know what the change was and not require you to get a new one. But sometimes they do. It just depends.
Okay.
I think age of the survey, what the change was, and, sometimes the lenders require something different as well. So.
All right, but I guess back to our topic here that we're kind of discussing is actually notaries and where you can get that completed.
Yeah.
Okay. So first option for notaries is you can go to the title company, right?
You can go to the title company. We have to remember that title companies still, some of them are open and some of them are not. So you might need to make an appointment if that's something you're wanting to do. But they will typically do it at no charge, which is the best option.
So most likely it would be best if you went to the title company that's actually closing you, right?
Yes, that.
Or maybe one of their branches or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That would be okay. If you just go into a random title company, most honestly, people in the title business are kind of nice.
They are. I know Republic has been really good about. I used to take stuff to Sherry all the time, and she would just do it. I mean, she's not there anymore, but they still do it.
Okay.
They're really good.
So if you needed a favor, you could go to another title company and just kind of like, hey, I know I'm not right, but in general, there's notaries there and they're really nice people.
I mean, you don't want to take advantage of.
No, but it's
that
once and it's
situation,
like a favor, kind of.
because they're all notaries. All those escrow officers are notaries, so.
There'll most likely be somebody there. Second option number 2, would be to go to any one of your Pack and Mail's, UPS store, FedEx stores. Those are going to have a cost associated with them, but they're most likely going to be close to you. They probably are going to have options where they're open on Saturday. So that might help you out in different cases where they could do something for you when, the other times you're not available. So if you have a person needing something on the weekend, that's probably one of your options. I've seen average cost for that ranging $5 to $10. Sometimes appointments required with COVID, sometimes, but there's basically always somebody at one of those that is a notary. It is a charge, but it's an option, an extended option, and maybe it's closer to you, right? So your time has a value, and maybe that's one that it's like, oh yeah, totally. Rather than driving across town, let's just go ahead and do this.
Yep.
And option number 3 we are going to go ahead and show off the first link today and show the web page here for Frisco Notary. And frisconotary.com is an option that we can go ahead and utilize. And they would be a local service. And this is one example of a mobile notary that you can schedule with, that they will come to you, okay? Mm-hmm. And you pay them a cost so that you can go ahead and get this completed for you. There's a whole lot of options that they will do in Notarized, but they are a professional, on-site notary service that comes directly to you. There's a cost, and I was looking at this cost, and I was kind of like, actually, it's very, very affordable. So they have a travel cost, and I guess it depends on exactly where you are, right? This is one example, but the service for your time and based on where you are, maybe this is the best option. Yeah. You can't leave, and one of those items, totally go ahead and utilize this.
And I believe that, and we don't know this for a fact, if they do it or not, but I've heard recently, and with COVID, that they're somehow doing this over DocuSign or something. I don't know how they're...
Yeah, there's an online option for them to notarize something online where they physically don't come to you. Yeah. And that's, I don't know. It is an option. It's there. There's the booking services that you can go ahead and do in their hours and whatever. Yeah. But there is an option for online.
Client, and they don't, they're trying to limit their exposure, then that is an option. You just need to double check.
So you have several options for notary. We talked about that yesterday, and I thought it was wise to kind of jump back in and tell you exactly how, where, when, why, and how you can get that all completed.
So we told you yesterday that we were notaries, and we thought we were really cool. And Mike's sister Lisa Marie, she did that for title companies for a while.
Yeah.
So she would travel all around and do mobile closings. So remember that?
I do. She made a heck of a career out of it. And mobile notaries do a lot of closings. Yeah. And that's always an option. So if you want to use a mobile notary for a closing, sometimes the title company will go out themselves, or in different cases, they'll send somebody out. There's often a fee for it. And sometimes a closing is delayed a little bit when the documents come back because they have to get them all back in. I remember my sister used to buy a lot of paper because she had to go out and get copies of everything, and then she had to fax it back. I don't know why it was faxed, not email, but like it was all faxed back.
Someone in Montana asked
for funding.
If I had a fax.
We do, our fax number. So maybe we'll cover that in the summary at the end. Yeah. All right.
I do want to point out something else as far as notary options go. If you have a client, which we're seeing more and more of this, have a mail out where they're going to close remotely, there is a fee to that. So I think that's something that, the title companies have been good about letting our clients know about it. But I think it's something that we also have that discussion and we know, so we can be aware of it and inform our client that, there is a small fee, but you will be charged an additional fee for doing a remote
$6,000.
A remote notary. Yeah, I've seen them 100, 150, 50. I mean, they're kind of all over the place. So just double check and find out what that would be.
$50 to $150. Ish.
Yeah.
Not $6,000. Okay. Very good. Are you good with ending this topic?
Sure.
Perfect. Let's call it a day on that one.